Before we start off with today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my friends over at So Avant Garde. So Avant Garde is a place where you can go and you can explore a wide range of niche perfumery. So much variety. They have discovery sets, they have samples. They have a lot to offer for those looking to elevate their collection, those who are curious about other things, of other qualities, of other brands in perfumery. All right, so save yourself some money. Use my code DEDRICK10. DEDRICK10 gets you 10% off on anything on So Avant Garde. All right, so I know a lot of people are really in love with the brand of Mind Games as well. So I got something for you too. You want to head over to Mind Games and do some discovery, do some searching, do some looking, save yourself some money by using Dedrick10 as well over at mindgames.com. All right, so head over there, see what you like, see what you're interested in. I recommend sampling. All right, and then you can get you a good feel if you want to make a purchase from So Avant Garde or mindgames.com. All right, so y'all check it out. Let me know what you guys get into, what you guys like. Let me know down below in the comments, man. And happy exploring for sure. All right, let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so today, Smell Good, family, we are back with more with my friends from So Avant Garde. All right, so as I stated at the beginning of the video, So Avant Garde is an excellent place to experience niche fragrances, all different types of brands, some brands that you may have heard of, some brands that you may have not heard of. Just an excellent place to discover. So they do have sample sets, discovery sets, a lot of more of expensive items on So Avant Garde, yes, but they do have means of you trying out the products that interest you, and then you can go on from there. But today we're talking two fragrances, one brand I've never heard of and another brand I'm experiencing this particular I think it's brand new, a brand new release for the first time, and man, I am super surprised for what this fragrance had to offer. It's actually my scent of the day, so let's go ahead and tap into it. Now this one came with a tester box, so I didn't get a chance to experience the full presentation, so I don't have that for you guys, but the most important thing is the fragrance itself. So today we're talking from the house of Electimuss. We're talking Caspian Cherry. Caspian Cherry. This definitely intrigued me. Very excited to experience, I've experienced Electimuss before, but full bottle, this is the first time I've had a bottle of it. I love their bottles. Like, love the presentation of the bottles. Very heavy glass, a cap that snaps into place. I still don't recommend holding your fragrances by the cap. The plate on it is very, very, maybe it's a metal, I'm not sure, but it's very good quality. But everything about this bottle is high quality stuff. And a lot of you guys have experienced Electimuss and have asked me to give more conversation to Electimuss. So I got you covered here today with the brand new release. Now, it's no secret that I'm a huge fan of the note of cherry. It's one of my favorite notes in all of fragrance, and it has been. I mean, you name them, I've experienced them. So I have a really good nose when it comes to a good cherry fragrance. But I must say, I did not expect the experience that I got with Caspian Cherry. So let's go ahead and tap in. I'm going to get a fresh spray. Again, this is my scent of the day. So I'm going to get a fresh spray on the inside of my left arm. Let's check out the atomizer. Pressurize off screen. Oh goodness, off screen. I'm gonna get a fresh spray on the inside of my left arm here. In the beginning, when I first smelled this, I did say, oh no. I did say that in the very beginning. I said, oh no, what is this? Not because it was bad, but I was confused of what was going on in the air. I really was. But in the air, as this continued to kind of settle into the air. I said, okay, there's something going on here. Then of course I went to skin. All right. So in the very beginning, in the opening of this, there is the unique Amoretto note. Now I'm very familiar with Amoretto because when I first started going out and hanging out, like really around the time where I met my wife, I was given a drink called an Amaretto Sour. All right. I don't even know if they make those these days. I don't even know who still drinks them, but I did. And a lot. I gotta thank my aunt. She the one who put me on an Amaretto Sour, and that was my go-to drink for a while. So I picked up the note on skin right away, and I said to myself, this smells like an Amaretto Sour in the opening. So instantly I was intrigued. So a memory, a tie from my past days of having fun was created with just the first sniff on skin with this fragrance. And then the cherries lie with the Amaretto. So it was giving off this very unique and different take on a cherry-based fragrance. Now, with me being a fan of the Amaretto Sour, and I drunk plenty of them, whether we're watching UFC cards or a house party or going to dinner, that was just my go-to drink for a while, the younger D. And I mean, you know, I'm a little older now, but you know, that's what I was drinking. So the fragrance itself, I got that Amaretto Sour type of smell, liquor. It's a liquor, Amaretto Sour liquor drink, adult beverage mixed in with some cherry. But as this is starting to settle down, I am catching, well, I know what I got going on now, but I started to catch some sweet layers. There was almost this kind of tropical hint to this fragrance in the initial opening of smelling this fragrance. So as I continued to develop on my skin, I started to really come around to it. One, it was a cherry fragrance that I haven't experienced before. I've never experienced a cherry fragrance like this. It's something that comes off a bit casual to me, and let me explain what I mean. It's a gourmand fragrance, but it comes off a bit casual. What I mean by that is the way, if you're getting up in the morning and you're just making a day of it, whether it's by yourself or with some friends or, you know, somebody who you're interested in, wife or whatever. If y'all just floating around, that's what I call it. You're floating around, you're going to get some breakfast, you might be doing a little shopping, you know, you just might just be chilling. It's a chill day, but it's not a, you know, a bummy chill day. You're getting up, you're getting dressed, you're going out into the world and you're having a good time. This is the type of fragrance that just kind of comes to mind, especially for the cooler months. It's a very pleasant smell as it starts to dry down. I start getting some representation of kind of this this slight creamy coconut facet. Yes, cherry, amaretto, and coconut. There's also some other sweetness going on, but that amaretto remains dry. It's the Amaretto Sour drink is a drier drink with a tad of sweet and tarty textures to it, and that's what you're getting here. So it's complex, more complex than I expected with this particular fragrance. This is, someone's gonna ask, is it French to Fitz? Is it Tom Ford's Lost Cherry? Is it Bodacious by Bodacia? No, this is something that has nothing to do with those fragrances, like at all, in my opinion. It kind of stands alone as a cherry experience that I haven't really experienced before. I'm getting a little bit a kick of cinnamon here. Like I said, it's a lot going on. The layers are starting to kind of peel back moment by moment. This is a crazy performer. Like I said, real time fragrance of the day. It's at 1:41 p.m. the recording of this video. I sprayed this on at 3:45, 4 in the morning, headed to work, and I'm still experiencing wafts of it now. I got a fresh waft over my arm here, but coming off of my clothes, I do spray my clothes off my neck, and what's already like, even on my skin, I'm still getting this dry, this roasted tonka bean and like remnants of a cherry that's faded. Like, it's a skin scent now, but I'm definitely picking it up on my arm. So let's go ahead and get into the notes of this fragrance. Very complex, very good. I like this a lot, especially after a full wearing. So main notes from the house of Electimuss, we have Caspian, cherry, extrait de parfum. Top notes, amaretto liquor, black cherry, and dark chocolate. Don't really get a big chocolate boom here, Maybe it adds to the bitterness. Dark chocolate can be bitter. Maybe it adds a little bit bitter, adds to the bitterness of the Amoretto, but it's obviously adding to the sweetness. In the heart, cinnamon, vetiver, honey, coconut, and coffee. In the base, patchouli, sandalwood, white chocolate, and tonka bean. So a unique note breakdown for sure. Now, what I will say is when you get down to the mid of this thing, the cinnamon and cherry kind of start doing their thing. The layers of this fragrance are really good. It changes. Base of it is gourmand, absolutely. But it's not super sweet, sickly sweet. Doesn't come off unattractive. Very, very, very nicely blended fragrance here. But here's what goes on in the base, and it was prominent for me with my wearing. The white chocolate and the tonka bean is kind of like this toasted tonka bean, like this toasted vanilla, slightly, powdery, almost kind of in your face experience with that white chocolate, cherry, toasted tonka bean. It really keeps its gourmand life throughout the fragrance, but it's just a creation that, I was going back to. I was smelling it on my shirt. I was smelling the inside of my arm. Just really getting a grasp of all the different things that this fragrance goes through before it starts to settle into that roasted tonka and that cherry white chocolate fade out that it has going on. The Amoretto lasting here about all the way through. I mean, once you get down to the dry down, like where I am now, it kind of starts to fade. The cherry is a good cherry. It's a dark cherry, so you do get this darker fruity complex with this fragrance, the dark cherry, as I stated. But all in all, one of the more unique cherry blends. You don't get Amoretto in a fragrance every single day, so it's really different and it's really, really good. The Amoretto comes off dry and slightly sweet. It's a liquor for sure. It's a boozy element to this fragrance. So first full wearing today, I really like this. This is definitely up in the top 5 cherry experiences for me. Really like how I was able to have different experiences with the fragrance overall. So smells really, really good. It's a cherry-based fragrance. The note of Amoretto makes it different and makes it unique. The performance of this thing is outstanding. And as I continue to wear this, and in my opinion, you could wear this on date night. I wore it to the office today. You could wear it when you're casually out doing your thing, holiday shopping, or just shopping, period. It kind of has this cozy, warm feel to it, but the sweetness from the white chocolate, the dark chocolate, the cherry, the honey, the coffee in here it's a tamed coffee. It's not strong, and it's not getting out there and making itself super known with the coffee note. It's not. It is there. It's faintly sitting behind the Amoretto and the cherry. And on the dry down, you don't really get any remnants of coffee. So all in all, something to look into if you're looking for something different. Don't think about French Defense and Lost Cherry and all those different fragrances. Don't think about those. This is something that kind of stands alone. So well done from Electimuss. Get you a sample. So Avant Garde, they have them. Get you a sample and see for yourself. But again, I don't think this is going to be for everyone. I think the Amoretto may maybe turn some people off. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I know it's not a setup where everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, let me buy. Don't blind buy this. See for yourself. So as this continues to go, I'm enjoying the smell, the cinnamon, the cherry, the Amoretto. Just really stands out on my skin. It's really good. So well done, Electimuss. Now I'm super intrigued to try more and more from the house. So with this being my first bottle, I'm very happy to have this experience from the house of Electimuss. Rating it right out the chute, I'm giving it an 8.75 out of a 10. 8.75 out of 10 with room to grow. From the house of Electimuss, we have Caspian cherry or Caspian cherry. I'm sure I might be butchering that, but I love what this fragrance is doing and looking forward to more experiences from it. All right, up next, now this is a brand I've never heard of, and this is a very unique, very, very, very unique fragrance. From the house of Affinessence Petit. Affinessence Petit, we have Collection Note to the fun, Santal Basmati. Santal Basmati. I know a lot of y'all have probably never heard of this, but I will say I was intrigued by the note of, I think it's Basmati rice. That is a note here. Basmati rice. So the bottle is very simplistic, very classy, very elegant. Nothing out of the way with this fragrance. Just very sleek, very clean. Now this came in the actual box. Very nice box here. Very nice packaging. And I got this tan and black packaging with all the information, Eau de Parfum concentration. The fragrance sits in this casing here, kind of like a mirror in there. Very simple. On the front have the name of the house, the Affinessence, Paris brand right here. And yeah, that's exactly what you get. So talk about unique and talk about different. Yes. So I'm gonna spray this on my left hand here and pressurize. Well, not it's really like it's a decent pressurized atomizer. So in the air, it smells like a pot of warm cooked rice. And if you get the rice smell in the air, very gourmand smell, savory, creamy texture. It's very light, it's very faint. This doesn't smell like a bowl of like rice right in your face. It's very faint, but it's complemented by some other notes like patchouli and iris. So you get some earthy tones here. Now this is very niche. This is very niche. Please don't blind buy this. Very mass appealing, but I was very intrigued by what I read on this brand and this particular fragrance. So what I can say is, with this being in my hand, you do get this savory gourmand smell that comes off like a finished pot of cooked rice that's sitting there cooling off on the stove. That's what you're getting. The iris comes off, like I said, a bit earthy. Patchouli comes off a bit earthy, colliding really well and giving this nice balance with the basmati rice. Basmati, I'm sure Basmati. I know I'm butchering it, but yes, that's what it is. It smells like rice in the opening. But what I really like about this fragrance is there's this cashmerean effect to this fragrance as it continues to play out. Now the gourmand rice savory smell does not last long. It's very temporary off of my skin. I start to get the iris, the patchouli, and the cashmerean as this continues to play out, and I like it. I like what it does as it develops. This could be something that's super confusing to somebody out there, but like, why would you want to smell like rice? I feel you, but it doesn't come off rice as a whole. So let's go ahead and get into the notes here of this particular fragrance. Let's see where we at. Okay, so Santal Basmati. It's a simple collection of notes. Sandalwood, which adds to the creaminess, rice, cashmere, and iris and patchouli. So that's it. It's only 4 notes, and that's really what you get. So again, the savory, smooth rice aroma. The sandalwood is definitely affecting that. Still getting the rice is starting to really settle down. But then it's really turned into that iris, patchouli, and cashmerean style of a scent. And again, this is something that I would wear on a date. This will be a date night fragrance that I would wear. This is a fragrance that I probably have for my entire rest of my life, because it's going to be very situational, special occasions. So if you're going to like a steakhouse or a really fancy dinner, somewhere where you're dressing up, it's not t-shirt or even a polo, it's not. You're dressing up, you're going out to a really nice dinner or a really nice event. This is going to be very complex, very unique. This wears really, really good. For it to have this amount of freshness to the fragrance, it wears good. So tested on my skin the last 3 days since I've had this, it stayed on skin for quite some time. So I get home from afternoon into work around 1 o'clock. Around that time frame, I spray my skin, and then it's sitting there. I usually shower around like 9:30 every night before I go to bed. So you're talking about an extra, a full 8 hours of this fragrance just being present on my skin. So like I said, the rice is starting to settle in. The cashmere and the patchouli and iris are really starting to be the playmakers here. The sandalwood keeps the balance in the base of this fragrance very smooth, but I do recommend this to people who are looking for something different, something unique, something that you probably never experienced before, and you're just in the hunt of different things. This is one to definitely look into. Now, this is my first experience from Affinessence Paris, and I'm intrigued to try more. So they do have a samples available, 2 ml samples, 50 mls and 100 mls, but I recommend the sampling if you're just curious to see what's going on. But this is very elegant, very classy, very unique. Again, how often do you smell a fragrance that has a gourmand rice aroma? You just don't. You just don't. And like I said, going in 2025, I'm looking to showcase different brands and different fragrances that don't have any coverage or we may have never heard of, myself included, and just kind of go there when I have the chance to do so. And this is a classic example of that. Now, due to it not being as versatile for me, or something that's going to be super, super, super rarely worn because of just how I feel about it when I smell it, like I want to be dressed up, I want to be going somewhere upscale, that's where this fragrance takes me. The rating on this is going to reflect that. So I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of a 10, 7.9. I'm gonna go 7.9. 7.8, 7.9 out of a 10. Why? It's not going to be as versatile. The wear on it is not going to be as much. It's going to be an occasional fragrance. Unique ability definitely comes into play, but I'm a fan of what happens in the mid and the dry down. The opening could definitely take you for a spin. Like, it smells like rice, like the aroma. Like if you walk into someone's front door and they're cooking, you can catch the aroma of like that buttery, good grade of rice that they're cooking and maybe going with the meal for the evening. But like I said, now it's starting to dry down. Like it's starting to get out of there. It's starting to really settle in and go to the back of the fragrance. That's what it's doing like right now. And I'm definitely picking up the iris, earthy patchouli, but the sandalwood is still holding this body together. So very unique fragrance. Santal Basmati with the note of basmati rice. That's what's in here. Unique blend. Happy to have, an option in my collection that's going to reflect something being really unique, super unique, and this is that. Again, 7.8 out of a 10 with room to grow, but it's going to be very seldom that I wear this, but it's definitely worth a sample. Definitely worth a sample. From the house of Affinessence Paris, we have Basmati, Santal Basmati. Yeah. So let me know down below in the comments how many of you all have heard of this particular brand. How many of you have experienced the new Electimuss Caspian Cherry? What are your thoughts on it? What do you think? I personally am very happy to have this fragrance. That Amoretto sour experience early in my life, for it to come all the way back now is funny and nuts, and I'm really happy about it. I'm happy that I'm able to have a connection with this fragrance beyond the profile, because it just takes me back to when me and my wife first met. We're hanging out, going out with the fellas, different lounges and clubs and different things. And I was like, hey, they were like, hey, what do you want to drink? Let me get an Amoretto sour. That's where I was. So let me know down below in the comments, what are you guys thinking about these fragrances? Have you experienced them? Do you want to experience them? And again, special salute to my friends from Avant Garde for sending these fragrances over my way and allowing me to experience them and bring them to you guys and have a conversation and produce some content for y'all. All right, so appreciate all the love and support as always. Thank y'all for everything, every ounce of positive energy that goes to this channel. I appreciate that. And until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Positive energy, positive vibes. Of course, baby, it's splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. It's what you're going to get back. That's facts. Check your energy out the door and then go from there. Peace, y'all. Till next time. Splack.